Thank you. A city leader is calling for a plan to put body cameras on Columbus police officers. Today, City Council President Andrew Ginther pushed for a program for cameras. We have team coverage tonight. Colleen Marshall will have the police chief's response to the proposal. But let's start with Marcus Thorpe, who's at Columbus Police Headquarters. And Marcus, tell us more about the plan.
Certainly give you another view as we shot some of our interviews today and actually wearing a GoPro, so it will give them a little bit of a perspective. But if Andrew Ginther, the city council president, has his way, that's kind of what they'll be doing here at Columbus Police. They'll be using some of these things, wearing body cams. Is there a cost with this? Certainly, and it is not cheap. Is there some privacy issue that goes along with that? Certainly, that is the case as well. But Andrew Ginther says they'll work through it.
The topic of body cams, nothing new to Columbus. The police chief had a small pilot program, and there has been some discussion otherwise. Today, that discussion went from will it happen to it's going to happen.
We are going to start using body cameras with officers by the end of next year.
Council President Andrew Ginther says a committee made up of police, community members, and faith leaders is working now on a report to find out exactly what it's going to take to make it happen.
We felt like this was an additional step to a more comprehensive approach to enhance and protect the sacred trust that our officers have with this community.
Meantime, the Fraternal Order Police Lodge No. 9 president has some concerns. Cost versus critical incidents.
The expense, the 10 to 15 millions of dollars that it's going to take to implement that program is not worth those 15 to 20 runs when we have so many other needs and so many other tools and equipment that we could be using.
There are FOP concerns for
the privacy rights of the public. I'm very concerned about how we're going to interact with victims of domestic violence, sexual assault, child abduction, and other cases that are very sensitive in nature.
Jason Pappas' question, what will be on camera and what won't be saved and stored?
All good, valid points, and those are the types of things we want this committee to look at and consider and make best practice recommendations on.
Now, coming up new for you tonight at 6, a community leader from the Wineland Park area is going to talk to us about body cameras. He says he knows that there was some getting used to when they had some of the neighborhood cameras pop up in his community, but he says they've made a difference, and he thinks these could make a difference as well. Also at 6, Zach Scott, who is also running for mayor against Andrew Ginther, talks a little bit more about body cameras as well. Again, that's new at 6. We're live from CPD headquarters. Marcus Thorpe, NBC4.
Marcus, thank you. A lot of people speaking out on body cameras. Columbus Police Chief Kim Jacobs has also expressed concerns about body cameras for her office. NBC4's Colleen Marshall is here with that. Colleen?
Well, Ellie, Jacobs talked to reporters today about the good and the potential bad of those body cameras. She says a body camera is a tool that officers can use very effectively. It can help with transparency. It can also help capture the officer's version of what happened during any call or confrontation. It is not going to capture everything, but it is additional evidence.
May aid us with the investigation of crimes, whether they be felonies or misdemeanors. It may aid us with regard to filling out our reports. Often words said are lost in the confusion, the stress, and the high speed in which our incidents sometimes occur. So I think that they're an additional tool that can help us with collecting evidence.
But Chief Jacobs expressed some real reservations. Police officers come in contact with crime victims on sometimes the worst day of their lives. The assault victims, rape victims, burglary victims. All of that would be recorded, and it would then become public record. And if your house is burglarized, what could other potential thieves learn about you? We're going to have much more on that coming up tonight at 6. Ellie? All right.